Introducing our new podcast, Daily English Conversations for Upper Intermediate. Fun and easy, practice conversation. Join us for exciting discussions on digital nomad life. Explore stories and experiences that will pique your curiosity and leave you wanting more. Get ready to improve your English skills and dive into the fascinating world of digital nomads. Don't miss out. Tune in now. Hello everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Mason.
Today, we're diving into the exciting world of digital nomad life. Mason, you've been living this lifestyle for a while now. What can you tell us about it?
Well, Sophia, being a digital nomad is all about having the freedom to work from anywhere while exploring the world. It's a lifestyle that allows you to blend work and travel seamlessly.
That sounds incredible. How did you first get into it?
It started a few years ago when I realized I could do my work remotely. I decided to take the plunge and travel while working, and I haven't looked back since. But it's not just about travel, it's also about the freedom to choose where you want to live and work.
So, what are some of the key characteristics of a digital nomad?
One of the main ones is flexibility. You have the freedom to set your own schedule and work at your own pace. Another is adaptability. You learn to work in different environments, from bustling cafes to serene beaches.
I can see how that would be both challenging and exciting. What about the community aspect?
Yes, the digital nomad community is vibrant and diverse. You meet people from all walks of life who share the same passion for travel and work. It's a supportive community that offers networking opportunities and friendships around the globe.
That sounds amazing. For our listeners who might be interested in becoming digital nomads, what are some essential tools or skills they should have?
Well, first and foremost, a reliable internet connection is a must. You'll also need to be organized and self-disciplined since you'll be managing your own schedule. And of course, having a passion for travel and curiosity about different cultures is key.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the practical side of things. How do digital nomads handle accommodations and transportation?
Accommodations can range from short-term rentals to co-living spaces to hotels. Many digital nomads use platforms like Airbnb or stay in digital nomad-friendly cities with co-working spaces. As for transportation, it varies. Some nomads rely on public transit, others on rental cars, and some even travel by bike or foot.
It sounds like a very personalized experience. What are some challenges you've faced as a digital nomad?
Well, balancing work and travel can be tricky sometimes. It's important to set boundaries and prioritize your tasks. And of course, dealing with different time zones can be challenging when you have meetings or deadlines.
And how do you stay productive in such diverse environments?
It takes practice, but I've found that establishing a routine helps. Finding a reliable workspace, whether it's a co-working space or a quiet corner in a cafe, can make all the difference.
I can imagine. Before we wrap up this part of our podcast, can you share a memorable experience from your digital nomad journey?
One of the most memorable moments was hiking to a remote village in the Himalayas and being able to work with a breathtaking view of the mountains. It was a reminder of how incredible this lifestyle can be.
That sounds absolutely magical. Well, Mason, thank you for sharing your insights into the world of digital nomadism. Now, we introduced the concept of digital nomadism. Today, we're going to explore how you can start your journey as a digital nomad.
That's right, Sophia. It's an exciting journey, but it does require some planning and preparation.
Mason, can you walk us through the first steps someone should take if they're interested in becoming a digital nomad?
Absolutely. The first step is to assess your skills and current work situation. Determine if your job can be done remotely or if you need to develop new skills that are in demand in the digital nomad world, such as web development, digital marketing, or writing.
So, it's important to have a job that allows you to work online. What's next?
Once you've figured out your work situation, start saving money. Being a digital nomad doesn't have to be expensive, but having savings can give you peace of mind as you start out.
That makes sense. What about choosing a destination?
Choosing a destination is a big part of the adventure. Consider factors like cost of living, internet quality, safety, and the digital nomad community. Popular destinations include Bali, Chiang Mai, Lisbon, and Medellin.
That sounds exciting, but what if someone is nervous about taking the plunge?
It's normal to feel nervous, but remember that you can start small. Take short trips to test the waters and see if this lifestyle suits you. There are also plenty of online communities and resources to support you.
That's reassuring. How can someone find accommodation as a digital nomad?
Accommodation options vary widely. You can find short-term rentals on platforms like Airbnb, book co-living spaces, or even house sit for others. Some digital nomad hotspots also have co-working spaces where you can work and meet other nomads.
And what about work-life balance? How do you manage that?
It's a common challenge. Establishing a routine can help. Set regular working hours and make sure to schedule time for exploring and enjoying your new location. It's all about finding a balance that works for you.
That's great advice. Mason, what are some unexpected challenges you've faced as a digital nomad?
Well, internet issues can sometimes be a headache. It's also important to be prepared for cultural differences and potential language barriers. But overall, the positives far outweigh the challenges.
Absolutely. Can you share a memorable experience from your early days as a digital nomad?
One of the most memorable experiences was attending a local cooking class in Vietnam. Not only did I learn to make delicious dishes, but I also made friends with fellow travelers and locals.
That sounds amazing. What's your advice for someone who's ready to start their digital nomad journey?
Just go for it. It's an incredible way to see the world while building your career. Don't be afraid to reach out to the digital nomad community for advice and support.
Thank you, Mason, for sharing your insights and experiences.
Now, we talked about starting your journey as a digital nomad. Today, we're going to dive into the challenges you might face and how to overcome them.
Digital nomad life isn't always a walk in the park, but with the right mindset and preparation, you can navigate through the challenges smoothly.
Mason, what are some common challenges digital nomads face?
One of the biggest challenges is finding a stable internet connection. Reliable internet is crucial for work, so it's important to research and choose accommodations with good reviews regarding their internet reliability.
That makes sense. What about loneliness? It must be tough being away from friends and family.
Loneliness can be a challenge, especially if you're in a new place where you don't know anyone. Joining digital nomad communities, attending meetups, and using social media can help you connect with like-minded people.
How about work-life balance? Is it difficult to manage work and leisure?
What are some other challenges that you've personally faced?
Cultural differences and language barriers can sometimes make everyday tasks more challenging. For instance, navigating public transportation or communicating with locals can require some patience and adaptability.
How do you deal with these challenges?
Patience and a sense of humor go a long way. It's important to stay positive and open-minded. Learning a few basic phrases in the local language can also make a big difference.
That's great advice. Mason, can you share a personal story about overcoming a challenge as a digital nomad?
Sure. One time, I had an important client meeting and the internet went out just before. I quickly found a nearby cafe with reliable Wi-Fi and managed to make it to the meeting on time. It taught me the importance of having backup plans.
That sounds stressful but also like a valuable lesson. How can digital nomads stay motivated during the tough times?
Remember why you chose this lifestyle in the first place. Whether it's the freedom to travel, explore new cultures, or build your career, keeping your goals in mind can help you stay motivated during challenging times.
That's excellent advice, Mason. Before we wrap up, do you have any final tips for our listeners?
Take care of your health, both physically and mentally. Exercise, eat well, and find ways to relax and recharge. Also, embrace the spontaneity and adventure that come with being a digital nomad.
Thank you so much, Mason, for sharing your wisdom and experiences with us.
It's been my pleasure, Sophia, and thank you to all our listeners for tuning in.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more exciting content in the future.